These are the rules of rugby toddler style. There are two ways of scoring points. Number one, you can kick the ball between the two white sticks. Lekker. Number two, you can run with the ball over the baddie's white line and get it into their special place. Then you squish it on the grass. That's called a try. Very lekker. You can play with the ball, run with the ball, but if you want to share the ball with your friends, you can only share it backwards. If you share it forwards, that's naughty, and your friends get in trouble. The baddies can try to stop you and your friends from getting to their special place by hugging you really hard. Sometimes these hugs can give you an owie, but if your name is Ox and Chair, most of the time you will give everyone else an owie. Lekker. Nobody is allowed to hug your head or your neck because that's ana. If by accident you hug someone's head with your head, that's naughty. And the strict man with the whistle that nobody likes, he will send you to the naughty chair and you gotta sit there for 10 minutes being naughty. But the man with the whistle is actually nice if your team wins. Sometimes all the fat guys squish together and do a big group hug. If we hug the hardest against the bad guys, then they pop out and we get a treat. You and your friends can keep running around for 80 minutes until the man blows the whistle. After that, we get given a big yellow cup and we can put things inside and drink it, and the man will walk around in his underpants and meet Prince Harry. And after that, our whole country will dance and celebrate for 2 weeks. Very lekker. Rules of rugby, the scrum. Toddler style. A scrum is when all the slow, fat, fighty guys have one big arm wrestle using their man boobs and man biceps. It happens whenever a grown-up passes the ball to his friends but passes forwards or drops the ball and it bounces forwards, called a knock-on, and that's naughty. But it's exciting for the slow, fat, fighty guys because they get to have one more group hug with 16 of their best friends where they squash their faces into the armpits of other men who look and smell just like them. Lekker. This is very therapeutic for men because we actually need a lot of physical contact and emotional care. The scrum is like a respawn for the game, with all the fat guys together in one little group therapy moment and all the thin guys waiting around for the hug to be over so they can carry on showing their moms how fast they can run. Cheslin, he's very fast. There are lots of rules for a scrum. It has to be very straight and your knees can't touch the grass. But with 900 kilograms of springbok flesh beating against your body, it's quite easy to break these rules, giving us a free penalty. This is what Ox and Chair, the guy who ate Ed Sheeran, and that other guy do for the Springboks and for the country. Very lekker. Rules of rugby, the line out, toddler style. You know that women's sport where they kick the ball around using their feet, and if the ball goes out the field, anybody just picks the ball up and throws it back into the game? That's because it's lame and unimaginative. In rugby, if the ball goes out the field, it's a chance to win with physical domination. Lekker. For a line out, up to 8 goodies and 8 baddies stand in a straight line. Then one extra special, super strong fat guy, he takes the ball and he throws it straight in between those two lines. Now, he can't throw it to his friends because that's naughty. He must throw it straight. Then all the fat guys get really excited and hold each other like ice skaters doing the spider lunge. Sometimes they know they're not going to catch the ball, but they hold each other anyway. This is because men are afraid of showing physical affection for one another outside of a sports game. And when we get the chance to hold each other, we do it properly. Also, each team has secret calls that they use to trick the other team. The hooker might shout, "Dyslexic giraffe," and the guys at the back of the line out know the ball's coming to them, so they jump extra high. Very lekker. In the end, whoever is tallest or smartest or Eben Etzebethistest will win the line out. Very lekker. Rules of rugby, goal kicking, toddler style. When you play rugby, you can run with the ball in your hands. But kicking the ball over the posts is still one of the most important ways to win the game. If you and your friends score a try, which is when you put the ball on or over the white line by the baddie's special place, you get 5 points. After that, you can kick the ball through the posts. That's why it's called a try. So you kick the ball through the posts after the try and you get an extra 2 points. We call that a conversion. Like when someone converts from being a vegan, eating only vegetables like chicken and fish, back to being a meat eater. A conversion. Lekker. Besides kicking a conversion, any other time in the game, if the ball goes through the posts, it's 3 points. The most common one is a penalty. This happens after someone does something naughty. Then, the special good-looking guys who do all the kicking, they put the ball on the thingamajiggy. Everyone stands around and watches, and they get to kick it straight through the posts. Lekker, hey? But you can kick it through the posts anytime during the game. You can drop the ball and then kick it. And that's got a very clever name. It's called a drop kick. It's quite difficult to do though, so most guys don't do it because they need big mangoes. But some guys are very clever and they can win a game by kicking a drop goal. Those guys are lekker. Be lekker. Lekker. Rules of rugby. The 7-1 split, toddler style. There are two types of splits that have shaped our generation. The first was when Jean-Claude Van Damme tried to sell us a Volvo. The second was the Springbok 7-1 split. In rugby, you get two types of players. The big, fat, strong guys called the forwards. They're called that so they can remember which direction to run in. And then you get the fast, light, crispy guys called the backs. Forwards are the hippos.
It's a hippopotamus.
Big, dangerous, cuddly. The backs are the ostriches. Light, fast, dramatic. Lekker. But rugby isn't the beautiful game. It's more like the hideous game, because for 80 minutes, the ostriches and the hippos smash their faces into each other. Owie! Sometimes these owies are so bad, they've got to go off the field, just like when you're driving in your car and you get a flat tire. But we've got 8 spare tires in rugby. That's called the bench, because these are the 8 players who sit on chairs. Lekker. Most rugby coaches have 5 hippos and 3 ostriches on the bench. Some coaches have 6 hippos and only 2 ostriches on the bench. But South African coaches are mental, and they've got 7 nuclear hippos on the bench and only 1 little ostrich, which is quite scary. In case that ostrich gets hurt, there's no more spare ostriches. But it also means we've got 7 fresh, powerful hippos that can come on at any time. And we all know what's the most dangerous animal in Africa? A mosquito. But the second most dangerous one is a hippo. Lekker. What is a try? A try is when your ball touches the white line of the baddie's special place or goes over the white line, pressing it down, squishing it onto the grass, the way you would squish an ice cream into your face. 5 points, just like that. Very lekker. After you press it down on the grass, you can try kick it through the posts. Wherever you or your friend squish the ball onto the grass, that is the place where the kicky man has to kick the ball through the posts. That's why if you want to make sure you get an extra 2 free points afterwards, you want to try put the ball down right by the posts. Our guys, they can kick lekker most of the time. As South Africans, we've got black guys, white guys, and colored guys in our team, so we play to our strengths. When we want somebody who can run frack fast around the corners, we call the colored guys. When we want somebody to pick fights with giants, we call the Boersians. When we want an inspirational leader whose life we can follow, we call Sia and Amadoda. That's because the Springbok team, just like South Africa, is stronger when we're together. What do we do if the Springboks lose? This video is going to explain...
No, bro. No, we're not doing that video.
Okay. But just quickly...
Not even a little bit, but... Not even a little bit, okay?
Not even just a...
I can't handle any more stress. It's been 2 weeks of proper stress. So let's just wrap this up, eh? Give me this memory card, yeah. Give me this.
Shoo! That was quite a game, wasn't it? It's all over now, and the Bokke are world champions again. But, did you catch it? There was something that they were trying to teach the rest of the world about how South Africans do things. As a country, we've had to learn how to make a lot with a little, so we look after our resources. That's why, when we played against France, and then England, and now finally New Zealand, we were trying to teach the world how to look after their resources better. If you ever win a match by more than 1 point, you're working too hard. Don't do that. That's doof. 1 point is enough. 2 points? Nah, that's a waste of resources. Come, don't be doof. Be lekker.